Have you found any instances of potential Russian involvement in these protests?
Thanks for having me today. If you look at what has been done over the last weeks, there have been many fake news published on this network, but it's really hard to link them directly to Russian authorities. There has been a lot of suspicion about what is the origin of new accounts that have been created. Numerous accounts have been created over the last few weeks, but you know, it's very hard to exactly know who is behind an account. It's the main principle especially on Twitter. On Facebook, it's another story, but it's really hard to link these accounts to a specific political movement right now.
But now Russia says these protests, which have taken place for 4 weekends in a row, are a domestic matter for France. Besides, trying to influence the European elections next year, do you suspect that Russia could even be interested in trying to sway what's happening right now?
We know that many different countries have interest in making France, shake a little bit. That Macron lost a bit of his political posture. So many different countries have interest in that. We can even talk about what Donald Trump have published on Twitter very publicly.
Saying people have been chanting they want Trump.
And
nobody has said that.
The Paris call regarding the environment is a bad thing and so on. So we know that every country try to gain advantages of what is happening right now in France.
But I mean, Donald Trump has tried to do that, and then we also had yesterday Steve Bannon, on Saturday rather, Steve Bannon, who said Paris was burning when Paris was not burning. So people say these sort of things, in your opinion, that could influence what people think essentially online. Just these random comments could potentially influence.
That's the main question. We know that there is a human bias, which is, when you see something that you like, you tend to believe it, in it more and to share it. And that's the main problem we have right now with the social networks, because people are sharing a lot of news that they like, but that might not be the truth, and they do not believe anymore in, the press, the official media, because they think they are biased as well. So I think it's a key problem for democracy as a whole, whether it's in the US, in France, in Europe, or in other countries, to really train people, to educate them on taking a step back on what is going on internet, because a lot is going on and a lot of disinformation, of fake news are published.
Now, French authorities say it's too early to tell if Russia is behind whatever fake news. What exactly, in layman's terms, would they need to trace it back to Russia, or if not Russia, just people's accounts?
Yeah. What they are trying to do right now is to analyze what has been published. Is it true? Is it not true? And who has published this information? So what account? When this account has been created? By whom, if we can find that? And for that, it's two different approaches. With Twitter, everything is public, so you can have a lot of information. With Facebook, it's more closed. But then if you want to go back to the identity of the person that posted the messages, you need to contact these social network operators. Now, for the last couple of years, there has been good links between the French government and these social networks. So there are entry doors, they can speak about the problem. But at the end, there is also the privacy of the people. So it's really hard. You need to have a first proof that some kind of messages are really false messages, fake news, to be able to investigate on who is behind that.
Okay, Jérôme Billouat.